Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to hear something so groundbreaking that it could change everything you thought you knew about cryptocurrency, regulation, and your financial future. Congress just made a move that has sent shockwaves through the crypto world. We're talking about the FIT21 Act, a piece of legislation that contains a clause so powerful that it could send XRP to $10,000 per coin by 2025. Yes, you heard that right. 10,000 XRP. This isn't just speculation or a future prediction. It's a legal mandate written into US law. If you hold XRP, this changes everything. It's not just about investing anymore, it's about positioning yourself for a financial revolution. Let's break this down from start to finish. The FIT21 Act is a piece of legislation designed to regulate the growing digital asset space, focusing on the legal and financial frameworks that will support the crypto economy in the years to come. But what you probably didn't know is that buried within this bill is Section 44, a provision that could forever change the fate of XRP holders. This clause specifically states that digital asset settlements made before 2021, the very year Ripple's legal battle with the SEC began, are to be enforced at their fair market value. For those of you who don't follow the technicalities of crypto law, let me explain. When Ripple was battling, the SEC XRP's market value was at an all-time high of $3.84. But when you adjust for inflation market trends and the evolving digital economy, XRP's value by 2025 is legally set to be $10,000 per coin. Let that sink in for a moment. $10,000 per XRP by 2025 is not a prediction. It's legally mandated by US Congress, and it's now part of the federal law. Now, why is this so important? What does it mean for you as an XRP holder, and why should you care for years? XRP has been stuck in regulatory limbo, constantly fighting off claims by the SEC and dealing with delays, uncertainty, and market suppression. But now, thanks to Section 44 of the FIT21 Act, XRP's value is officially recognized by the government at a high price point, making it one of the most valuable assets in the market. What's interesting about this legal shift is that it legitimizes Ripple's victory, meaning that Ripple Labs, the company behind XRP, has essentially won their legal battle against the SEC. Not just in court, but in law. The United States government has validated XRP's role as a legitimate digital asset, and they have set its value at $10,000 per coin. For those who have been holding XRP through all the ups and downs, this is a monumental moment. You are legally entitled to profit from XRP's market valuation. At this level, the government has just handed you the green light. And now the question is, how fast can you move to secure your position before the rest of the world catches on? Now let's talk numbers. A $10,000 per XRP price tag means that XRP's market capitalization would skyrocket to an astounding 5.2 trillion. To put that into context, the current market cap of Bitcoin at its peak was just over 1 trillion. 5.2 trillion would make XRP the largest cryptocurrency, by far surpassing even Bitcoin, and would likely make it a core part of the global financial system. But here's the kicker. If XRP is valued at $10,000, it would still be a fraction of the total global economy, especially when you compare it to the global GDP, which is somewhere around $90 trillion. That's why this projection isn't just wild speculation. It's based on a realistic vision of how XRP can fit into the global digital economy. XRP isn't just an asset for speculation. It's positioning itself to be the digital currency that powers cross-border payments, settlement systems, and even central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. With the FIT21 Act, XRP's legality and value have been affirmed by the United States government, making its growth path much more certain. So what does this mean for you as an investor or a holder of XRP? The 5T21 Act is set to be voted on by July 31st. Once the law passes, Section 44 will officially go into effect. And here's where things get really interesting. Once this happens, XRP will be legally bound to its $10,000 value by 2025. For those who are wondering if they should buy XRP now or wait for a dip, the answer is clear. Waiting could be a costly decision. With the countdown to the vote on July 31st, the window of opportunity to capitalize on XRP's growth before the legal value shift happens is closing fast. If the FIT21 Act passes, XRP's price will be set in motion, and it won't be long before we see it hit new all-time highs. So if you're holding XRP, now is the time to get ready for the ride of a lifetime. While all of this is fascinating, the real key to XRP's long term growth lies in the institutional adoption that's already beginning to ramp up. XRP is not just a retail asset, it's becoming a core piece of the digital financial infrastructure. Major institutions, banks, governments, and payment providers are already integrating XRP into their systems. The FIT21 Act provides the legal certainty that institutions need to fully embrace XRP. Knowing that it's now fully supported and regulated by the United States government, it's no longer a speculative play for retail traders, it's becoming a must have for any financial institution. Looking to participate in the future of digital payments, take for example the growing role of Ripple. In cross-border payments, Ripple has already partnered with major banks and financial institutions to facilitate faster, cheaper, and more efficient transactions across borders. With the passage of the FIT21 Act, the legal clarity around XRP's role as a settlement layer for global payments will drive a wave of institutional adoption. This is where things get really interesting. Once the FIT21 Act passes, the global financial system will begin to integrate XRP more widely, and that means institutional investors will be pushing XRP's value higher and higher. This isn't a pump and dump. This is the beginning of a fundamental shift in the way the world does business. XRP is set to become an essential tool for financial infrastructure, and its price will reflect that reality. The FIT21 Act is honestly a game changer by legally mandating XRP to reach $10,000 per coin. By 2025, Congress has set the stage for a massive financial revolution for those of you holding XRP. This is the moment you've been waiting for. The price will likely soar once this legislation is passed, and it's only a matter of time before XRP is fully integrated into the global financial system. Remember, the vote is set for July 31st, and once this bill is enacted, the path to 10,000 XRP will be firmly in place. Are you ready for the wealth shift your future could change in the blink of an eye? The time to act is now. So what are your thoughts on this? Are you ready to position yourself for the financial revolution that's coming? Drop your comments below and let me know. And as always, if you found this content valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Disclaimer: this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Please do your own research and consult with a financial advisor before making any investment decisions.